mean, it felt good. Just try to do the best I can to help the team win.
How do you think you played? I mean, how do you think you responded to that kind of situation?
I think I played okay. There's always room for improvement, and that's what I plan to do this week.
What will it mean to have Bradley back in the mix, and probably CJ's going to be back, it looks like, this week, Coach Meyer was saying too. What will that mean for you guys back there as a whole?
It means a lot, having two, veterans back, experienced veterans who are very good players, NFL caliber players, and I'm excited for this week.
What was Bradley doing on Saturday? Helping out, coaching guys with.
You said what was he doing?
Yeah.
Basically, he was watching the game, looking at his guys, just ready to get out there.
Having those guys coming back this week, does that change anything for you personally?
I mean, not much really, because we prepare, the same way if those guys were there or not, and we're going to do the same with those guys here and get ready to win against San Diego State.
Doran, when you come to a place like Ohio State, I think you come here, the playing time is going to be a competitive situation every single week, every single practice. But when you get in it, is it a lot greater than what you expected when you got here originally?
It is. It raises your play, because you're going to be in good competition with great players, from everywhere, and it makes you play better, and then that's pretty much it. It raises the level of play for everybody, I feel like.
Do some guys fall by the wayside though over the years because they're just not mentally tough enough to handle that?
I mean, that's a possibility. It could happen, but it's really your job, to take the training and embrace the training and just do what you got to do to play.
How do you feel like you played on Saturday? How did you grade out? And just it seemed like you played a pretty solid game.
Yeah, I think I played pretty well. The coaches said I graded out 96%, so it was pretty good. Just hoping to get better every week.
It's a pretty high grade, huh? I mean, is that the best you've graded out since you've been here?
Yes.
Hey, Doran, when you see a team lose to a lower division, what do you think?
Just gotta come to play every day. You gotta come to play. Can't take nothing for granted. Can't take any team for granted. You just gotta play your best game every day.
Does it make you think less of them though, because lower divisions aren't supposed to be as talented as the big one?
I mean, not at all. Because even in the lower division, great coaches, and as long as the players take the coaching, you're gonna play well.
Does it excite you to see that the team you're playing this week threw it 63 times last week? I mean, do you look forward to that kind of game, or what do you have to say about that? But also, what do you expect from them on Saturday?
I mean, yeah, I would look forward to it, but knowing that, through scouting and looking at the film, that's not really them. They're a running team,
yeah.
But you always got to be prepared, pretty much.
If you guys are going to be facing some teams next couple weeks or any time this year that they want to play up tempo, they want to run a lot of plays, is this defense ready for that physically to handle a test like that?
Yes, we're going to be ready. We're going to practice hard, practice on the tackling, all the keys we got to do, and we're going to take care of it.
You guys had some guys who cramped on Saturday. Is that a concern at all looking ahead, or do you think it'll get fixed?
I'm pretty sure the guy learned a lesson of, for hydration. You just got to hydrate all week, knowing it's going to be hot and playing a lot of reps, so you got to take care of their bodies, and I'm pretty sure our guys going to take care of it.
Doran, just with the experience that you get back in Roby and Barnett, how much more aggressive do you feel like this defense can be with that experience back in the field?
Well, I thought we were aggressive last week, honestly, and with those two guys coming back, they know what to do when they come back and get on the field, and I think it's going to take our aggression on the defensive side of the ball a little higher.
From a defensive standpoint as a whole, how do you feel like how do you come away from Saturday and after looking at it as on film, and where do you feel like you need to improve going into this?
Well, from watching the film, our team for the opening game, we ran pretty well to the ball. We swarmed to the ball like the 11 bullets should, and that was one thing that really stuck out to me by going over the film as a team. We ran to the ball pretty well.
Doran, was Buffalo a better opponent than you thought that they would be, and then looking at San Diego State, is San Diego State a better opponent than Buffalo?
I knew they were going to be a pretty good team, Buffalo. We seen them on film. We seen the players they had. They had a lot of guys on offense coming back. Basically, the whole offense coming back. Got playmakers, and we just prepared for that. And San Diego State, they have a great running back, pretty high tempo offense, and we're going to be prepared for that this week.
Has Bradley, with the suspension, has he been like in a bad mood during camp? Has he been the same guy he's always been? Could you like joke with him at all about what he's going through, or how did you guys handle that as teammates?
No, I didn't joke. I didn't joke with him about it. He was just being a coach, really. Knowing he wasn't going to be able to play the first game, he was helping out myself, Armani Reeves, and also the young guys, and basically the whole defense. Just being that guy. Still being a leader. He's a great leader. Just being, like I said, coaching in the film room, like in the corners room, in our own little sanctuary, as Coach Meyer said. He's always there talking, giving us keys and clues of what we got to look for, coming up to the game and everything.
How has being around him helped you? I mean, just talk about a couple things that you've gotten better at because you've talked with and been around Bradley.
He just helped, just the little things. That's really what it is. The little things that you got to look at on film is what separates, good from great players.
Mm-hmm.
And with him being there all the way and helping me with little things like that, he's helped me become a good player.
Is it uncanny the way he can jump routes? I mean, it's almost like he knows. Is that one of the things you're talking about? I mean, he puts in that much study that he – go ahead, talk about that.
I mean, exactly. Just the film study, just being – you got to be – it's just the hard studying you have to look at with film. It's really the small things that you got to look at to play well. Yeah. And I'm starting to get that and learn that from him a lot.
Armani made his first start, and they really picked on him a little bit. Do you have to keep his head up a little bit? And just Coach Combs said he loved his effort out there.
Yeah, he had great effort. Like I said, he ran to the ball well, especially from the field side corner, coming all the way across to the opposite hash, being around, getting in on tackles. That was amazing to me. I mean, his head is up. Just the experience game, I feel like for him, he's going to get better every week.
You mentioned the Aztecs running back. He left in the first half last week, but they were pretty pleased with their backup. Are you preparing them for both?
We're preparing just for San Diego State. Whatever they give us, we're going to play.